Exercise number 5.1. The first question is here. Question number 5. The numbers of hours for which students of a particular class watch television during holidays shown through the given graph. One graph is given there. So this is the graph. Okay. So from this graph, some question is given there. So with reference to the graph, we have to find out the answer. So first question is here. For how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? And second is what? How many students watch TV for less than 4 hours? So third is given, how many students spend more than 5 hours in watching TV? Okay. So here is C. So first is given, maximum number of students watch TV within what? How many, what given? 4 hours. That means for how many hours did the maximum numbers of students watch TV? So here you see, here numbers of students given there in y-axis, let that is x-axis, that is the midpoint O or 0. X-axis here representing hours of TV watch per day, and here representing number of students. It is given in your graph. It is given there. So definitely here see, that is the numbers of students 32. It is belongs to where? 4 and 5. That is hours per day. That means hours of TV watch per day. So definitely you can write this one. Where is the answer? You will get answer from here. Then you can write the maximum number of students watch TV for 4 to 5 hours. 4 to 5 hours. Okay, that is numbers is ranging what? Given what? 32. And second question answer. So how many students? That is how many students watch TV less than 4 hours. So less than 4 hours you see. So this is this one. 4, yes, 4, then less than 4, you write, just count this one, how many will be there, here how many are there, 22, 8, 30, plus 4, 34, so less than 4 will be what, then you count from here, start up to 4, then 4, this one, this one, this one, okay, from here also you can count this one up to 4, okay, so 22, 8, 4, so 8 all, then you will get what, total 34 students. So you can write 34 students watch TV for less than 4 hours. Second question answer is that one. And third one is what? It is given how many students spend more than 5 hours in watching TV. So more than 5 hours means this one. This is what? Hour per day. This axis is representing hours, watching hours. Okay? By the students. And this is representing what? Numbers of students. So it will counting from here. So we have to count from here. Then what? 8 plus this one, this 2 will be this one, then 8 plus 6, this is equal to 14, so you will get 14. So now third question answer, 14 students spend more than 5 hours in watching TV. For reference, I wrote down this one here, you see. Okay, so these are your answers. Okay, these are your answers. Okay, hope you will not do mistake from there. Okay, check, just copy down from here. Actually from this graph you must try to find out all the question answers, then it will be easier for you. That is why I have shown there. Okay, so this is your answer. Question exercise 5.3. the first question is given this one, list the outcome you can see in this experiment. So spinning wheels and tossing two coins together. Here see A, B, D, C. A means you can say same. Okay, then you can just denote A only one, and B will be alone, and C will be alone, and D will be alone. That means what? There are 4 letters A, B, C, D, and D in a spinning wheel. So there are 4 outcomes. Okay, so now first question is spinning a wheel, the outcome will be what? 4 then. And next, tossing 2 coins together, and here also 4 possible outcome is there. 4 possible, suppose two coin there. Okay, in this 2 coin, one will be, if one will be head and another will be tail. Okay, so you can say 4 possible outcome is there, and you must write this one like this. See, that will be what? There are 4 possible outcome, that is head, tail, head, and tail. Okay, and first question answer is this one. Possibility is what? 4 outcome. and here possible outcome will be what then? 4. Okay, so H means what? Head of one coin, and T means also head of one tail of one coins. Okay, so head, H represent head of the coins and T represent tail of the coins. Okay, now second question is given, when a die is thrown, list the outcome of an event of getting. So a prime number is given, non-prime number given, a number of greater than 5 given, a number of greater than 5 given. So I solve this one like this. See, outcome of event of getting a prime number, that will be what? 2, 3, 5. Yes, 2, 3, 5. And outcome of event, this is not getting a prime number. One is getting a prime number, another is not getting a prime number. That will be 1, 4, 6 definitely. So these are what? Prime number. These are not prime number. These are even number. Yes. Then question 3. Question 2 part is given here. See, a number of greater than 5, and B is given a number not greater than 5. So this part will be what then? Greater than 5 will be what? 6. Here we have got what? This one. So greater than 5 will be 6. Then outcome of event of not getting a number greater than 5 will be what? This will be more than this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 itself will be there. Okay, so that is your answer. And next part is what? Question number 5. So remaining part you yourself do. Then 5 is given here. That is, if you have a spinning wheel. Question 5, that is given what? If you have a spinning wheel with 3 green sector, 1 blue sector and 1 red sector. Okay, what is the probability of getting a green sector? And next is given, what is the probability of getting a non-blue sector? So this question is definitely indicating that what indicating? You see, there are 5 sectors. That means given what? 3 green sector and 1 blue sector and 1 red sector. Okay, so all together in this will be what? 3 plus 1 plus 1. This is equal to what? 5. So you can write there are 5 sectors and 3 sectors are green. Here mentioning 3 sectors are green. So you write there 3 sectors are green out of what? 5 sectors. Yes. So I hope up to here you understood properly. Therefore, probability of getting a green sector will be what? 3 by 5. So total what is a 5? 5 sector is there. Out of them we have got what? 3 sector for green. So probability will be what? 3 by 5. Okay. So next question answer. There is 1 blue sector out of 5 sector. This is given here. See, 1 blue sector is given. The question is mentioning this one properly. So from the question we have to find out this one. And blue sector is what? 1. So you write there there is 1 blue sector out of 5 sectors. Yes, total sector is what? 5. So you write 5 this one. So non-blue factor will be what? That means non-blue sector will be what? That means 5 minus 1. This is equal to 4 sector will be non-blue sectors. Therefore probability will be what? Then 4. We have got this one 4. So a total number is 5. So 4 by 5 will be the non-blue sector. That is the probability of that one.